There's been a lot of talk about Madam Web. Some people are saying it's the worst movie Marvel has ever been involved with. Some are saying it's god-awful hot trash. And yeah, they're right. This movie is next level terrible. This movie is like generationally bad. Movies this bad really don't happen that often. So let's talk about how bad Madam Web really is. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Before we get started, click on that red subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you know whenever I post a new piece of content. In the year of our Lord 2019, I got my tonsils out. I was out for 3 weeks and I went through the worst pain of my entire life. It was terrible. 0 out of 10. Would not recommend that to anybody. Madam Web is the movie version of that. This movie is nothing but pain. This movie is nothing but anguish. Just thinking about this movie makes me mad because it is so unbelievably terrible. I feel like I'm fairly objective when I tell you whether a movie is good or bad. I have movies that I love that aren't very good. I hate this movie and it's bad. This movie has nothing redeeming about it. Yes, I laughed probably 24 times during the movie. None of that was intended. Not once was that intended by the filmmakers. S.J. Clarkson, who directed this piece of garbage, needs to take her name off this film and never be involved in Hollywood again. At this point, just retire. Because there is nothing about this movie that works even close. Let's start with the script, shall we? It's terrible. The dialogue in this movie is garbage. They work the "with great power comes great responsibility" line from Spider-Man, the most famous line in all of Spider-Man, into this movie, and it is terrible. It's just like they just move the words around and it sucks. So the script is really bad. None of the jokes land, not a one. The movie starts off in the desert of Peru. This woman is clearly like with a child. She of course like lifts up her outer shirt to show you that she's pregnant, as if the dialogue where she talks about being pregnant isn't enough. The filmmakers have to shove it down your throat. And then she dies and she gives birth, and there's these Peruvian spider people that are basically like superheroes of the Amazon because they have spider powers, because there's this rare spider that gives you spider powers. And if that sounds stupid, I assure you it's way stupider in the movie. What else? The acting, Dakota Johnson. Her parents are very well-known actors. Her mother is Melanie Griffith. Her father is Don Johnson. They should just disown her. Just like, we're never talking to you again. She's terrible in this. I don't know if she's a good actress because I haven't seen her much. I have not seen the 50 Shades of Grey movies. But if this is any indication, she should probably just retire too. Yeah, what else? The special effects, the fight sequences, boring, lame. The villain's motivation is that in the future, these 3 spider hero girls are going to like become adults and get superpowers and then murder him because he has visions of this. Also, he's the guy who kills the mom in the beginning, and I'm not even bothering giving you a spoiler alert because you're not going to see this movie, and if you do, you should be ashamed of yourself. The acting, the music is like completely forgettable. The blocking, for those that don't know, blocking is like how you set up the action of a scene, like where people are standing, what they're doing with their hands, where they're moving, like not really what they're doing with their hands, but like where all the actors are in a scene. And in this, it's just like, hey, just stand wherever and we're just gonna stand there with the camera and film you. And the dialogue is gonna be really dumb and not a single one of the jokes is gonna land. And the audience is gonna laugh at your acting and how bad it is and how bad the dialogue is. And good luck. I don't know how this movie made it even out of, I don't even know how the concept of this movie made it made its way out of somebody's mind and onto a piece of paper. And then I don't know how that piece of paper became a fully fleshed out script. And I don't know how that script got approved by a studio with money. And they said, we're gonna put money into filming this piece of shit. But they did it. By God, they did it. Good for them. Don't ever see Madam Web. I'm tired of talking about it. This movie sucks. I hate it. I almost walked out of the movie halfway through when they introduced the 3 teenage spider girls, because somehow this already awful movie became even worse, and I don't understand what the hell happened. So I'm very passionate about this because I hate this movie, and you should too. I kind of want everybody to watch it just so they can see what a 2-hour crash course in how to not make a movie unfolds. I want to see that. Also, like, Uncle Ben is in this movie and Peter Parker is born at the end, but they don't even bother saying his name. There might have been a post-credits scene, but I left because I didn't want to be in the theater anymore. So that's Madam Web for you. If you like this review, if you haven't found it helpful, subscribe to the channel. That would be great. I love you guys, and I'll see you next Wednesday at 9 a.m. Kill me.